Hi, I'm Greg. Welcome to Affect Studio. I'm here to give you an update on the plans for this YouTube channel, as well as what's happening with the captures and profiles I've been making for the Quad Cortex and the Kemper. First of all, thanks to everybody who's subscribed. That's been fantastic. Really appreciate the support. I've had some friends who have told me I should do something like this for quite a few years, and hadn't really taken it seriously until recently. And so it's good to know that people are enjoying it and finding it interesting and helpful. I don't plan to make a lot of videos. You won't be getting multiple videos per week from me. This is not an audition to become a newsreader or something like that. Anything that I put out, I want to make sure that it's accurate and factual. And there's so much misinformation and a hearsay, rumor, outright lies presented as facts, and I don't want to be part of any of that. And so, anything I'm saying, I want to be able to trust. There'll be plenty of opinions and my way of doing things, which may be really helpful for you. They may be just helpful to get you think about why you don't want to do it that way. And anyway, but I'll let you know if it's it's a rumor or hearsay or whatever, and try to keep it as accurate as I can. With the Kemper and Quad Cortex, I've spent the last few months particularly focused on making the best profiles and captures that I can. I've been in lockdown, so I've had the time to do that without being interrupted by recording bands and pianos and Hammond organs and stuff that they're irrelevant for guitar parts. So ultimately, I'm making profiles and captures that I would use myself. I don't need these as far as getting more variety of sounds. I have enough amps for pretty much any situation, and I like my amps a lot. So if these don't sound as good, I'm really not interested in using them. Now I'll be making a video to go with every amp that I profile and capture, and there's a few that I've already made that basically ready to go. So here's a little snippets of those just to give you a taste of what's to come. I'm here to introduce you to my vintage AC10 amp auto channel with the EF86, and then I'll play it with the low cut filter. So what I did was use the add-on top boost circuit. The question everyone wants answered, of course, is how does the Quad Cortex compare to the Kemper? I'm here to talk about my 1964 basement amp. Volume on 4. Apparently it's something used in hi-fi quite often. A lot of people feel that the brown face amps were the pinnacle of the amps that Leo Fender designed. So up to 7. And he was amazed that that was done purely as a structural thing and then covered in Tolex. It wasn't done as a feature. Of course, Leo Fender, I assume, would have hated that because he was always trying to make the amps cleaner. Are all original, nothing's been changed, or similar sort of tone to the Bluesbreaker combos and JTM 45 heads. About one of the all-time great amps, the narrow panel Tweed Deluxe on the normal channel. The baffle in Tweed Fenders is unlike any others that I'm aware of. Crunch sort of sound. The bright channel. The world heard the sound of an overdriven, guitar amp. Which is one of the things that, you know, a lot of us love about the sound of these. Profile of the amp on full. Neither the Kemper nor the Quad Cortex actually accurately captured it. Now, I love that sound. I'm here to talk about my Vox AC30 Ernie. Ernie and Bert just seemed like more fun, and so I was told, you know, if you have an AC30, make sure you've always got a spare amp with you. And then while we've got the Explorer out, let's get for a bit of a crunchier sound. You know, couldn't see any need for more than 15 watts. I don't know if that's the first relic job in the world, I'm assuming not, but I did that back in 1984. So. AC30s are quite famous for, you know, spontaneously combusting. Imagine with 11 valves in there, that's a lot of heat. The website is currently being rebuilt. It was last updated 13 years ago, so it's not exactly current. And as it was, a lot of the information then was transferred over from the previous website, so it was out of date even 13 years ago. Promotion has never been my forte. Fortunately, you know, I'm good at engineering. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this at all. Once the website is rebuilt, there'll be a section where you can purchase profiles for the Kemper. Now, hopefully, not too long after that, you'll be able to actually purchase captures for the Quad Cortex as well, of the same amps. As things stand, nobody can buy or sell, you know, captures easily for the Quad Cortex. I have heard that a Kemper-like rig manager is on its way. Now, whether this is wishful thinking or just an assumption, because, you know, how can they possibly not give you that sort of control, or whether there's some inside information that I don't know about, I have no idea. Now, I asked Neural DSP directly twice what the plans were for, you know, being able to store things yourself, and they didn't answer the question either time. They answered other questions I had, but ignored that one. So I have no idea what that means for us. I mean, they're really limiting themselves at this point, because as I showed in my comparison video, the Quad Cortex sounds every bit as good as the Kemper, but the Kemper has guys like me that are making really high quality sounds that you can purchase for, you know, pittance really. They have access to some great amps, because, you know, most people don't have the ability to mic an amp well and, you know, getting it sounding its best. So in the meantime, I will continue to quietly make, you know, captures along with the profiles I'm making, so that if and when I can actually sell them to you, they'll be available at a very affordable price. So this is just a quick sample of, you know, what's coming up for the other amps, so you know what to expect. So here's a Princeton. Princeton driven. Rivera 3012. Now here you go, just in case you think I'm some sort of, you know, blinkered Kemper fanboy, you can see here this is supposed to be the cabinet details, and it says NA because not available. And over here on the unit, you probably can't see from that distance, but the cabinet light is not on, and that's because it's decided that that was a direct only, you know, profile. Now, everything was there when I made it, and of course the sound's there, so that still works, but it means if I go to make a merged profile, it's missing. So, you know, the Kemper isn't perfect, but a darn sight easier to work with. Okay, this is the Marshall channel. Okay, and here's plexi head into the quad. Vibrolux, Tweed Vibrolux full. Deluxe reverb. Driven. Okay, Supro Comet driven. Marshall Astoria on full. So that's a little of what's coming up. More videos planned that aren't necessarily just about the amps as well. And hopefully this has been interesting, and that's why you're still here, or entertaining, and you're not just waiting to see me smash the car, or see if the script writers bump me off in future episodes. I don't think it's coming. And so, as always, thanks for watching. I'm hoping to be able to sell you some profiles and captures, that you'll really like, for a reasonable price quite soon. And if you haven't already subscribed, then please like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll get to see you soon.